Yo, what's up guys, Happy Snail. Today, I'm going to be doing the official Softmaxxing tier list. I'm going to be ranking the best Softmaxxes. Maybe some of them are a bit jester, you know. But yeah, we'll see. I'm going to be ranking which ones in my opinion I think are the best, which ones are cope. Let's get into it. First, for D tier, I'm going to have to go with zygotape. I haven't even looked into zygotape in my life, but I don't have to look into it to know that it's complete bullshit. I mean, I don't know if you can see this guy over here, but he has tape on his bones like this, thinking that it's going to do something. Yeah, okay, that's just stupid. Next, for D tier, is gonna be the Stickly method. Who are you buying the Stickly method? Like, are you a real human being? Are there any real people out there paying for this guy's course? I mean, if you look at the results in the course, you're gonna see that they're all frauds and that none of it's real. This guy's complete, like, a grifter. The next thing, it's a bit worse than Stickly in my opinion, possibly a lot worse actually, is Jester Patel, or what he represents, which is thumb pulling. Thumb pulling is honestly a bit better than zygotape. You know what? Let me put thumb pulling in front of zygotape. Let me put baby Stickly in front of thumb pulling. That's perfect. Okay, there we go. Thumb pulling is basically the idea that if you create this tension with your thumb that palate expander would do on the roof of your mouth, you can expand your maxilla, you can move it forward, or you can make your palate wider, which is not true. You need constant tension to do anything, which is why palate expanders exist. It's constant tension. But people don't know that. So not baby Stickly, Jester Patel here is making fake methods. And the next one, I'm gonna say that's cope, which goes into D tier, is probably gonna be Maasai jumps, bro. Like, what the fuck even is this? You really think that these Maasai warriors who drink raw milk mixed with raw blood all day are tall because they jump? Do you think that because they have the most evolutionary optimal diet ever, their jumping is the reason they're tall? Yeah, bro, for sure. Alright, you know what? My list is looking a bit better now. I think we should move on to C tier. First thing in C tier that I would consider pretty cope is not nutting. People think that when they don't bust a nut, they just go no nut November, whatever, they're just some sort of Chad, bro. And the only reason it's not in D tier is because it does have some mindset effects. It does have some dopaminergic effects. But then again, if Chico Lachowski or Sean O'Cry was busting one every day since the day they could ever do it, they would have still became a Chad. So this is nothing. This is not gonna. Doesn't matter. Now, next for C tier is probably gonna be... I'm probably gonna go with mouth tape, okay? It's gonna go right ahead of not beating your meat. Because, bro, mouth tape? Come on, dude. Whoever believes in that is just stupid. It's just so dumb. Just close your fucking mouth. Or don't even pay for mouth tape, at least. Just get some normal tape or get some, like, different type of tape that's way cheaper. Just a waste of money. Probably next ahead of that is gonna be shoe lifts. Because this is just stupid. Like, this is too temporary. Like you're gonna go get a sleigh. Like, let's say I walk into Stacy's house, I'm about to sleigh. And then I just like keep my shoes on when I'm in the bed. Like, what am I gonna do? Just keep the shoes on? We're in bed slaying and I keep the shoes on? Or do I keep them right next to the bed so as soon as I hop out I can just like rocket launch and just like land perfectly with my feet into the shoes so that the Stacy can't find out that I'm actually 5'3", not 6'2". I don't know. I think they're a bit cope. I don't like lifts. Next I'd have to say is contacts, okay? Because even though they work, this is cope. This is just like the lifts. It's temporary, bro. As soon as you're in private, as soon as you need to get comfortable, these are gone. This is just the comfort pill. This is just an appeal to comfort scenario right now with the contacts. So yeah, that's cope. Next, it's probably going to be bone smashing. And you're probably wondering, why is bone smashing ahead of contacts? It's because if you actually bone smash, like on your zygos, for example, it works. More osteoblasts will form on the bone wall. This has been proven. And the zygos specifically respond the best to mechanical force and just anything applied to it because of the zygomatic arch and the way it works. I haven't really looked too much into it, but you should look into it. I know it's true for sure. Oh, dude, the next cope, you know, right ahead of, right behind bone smashing, actually. Keishami D-bloat powder. Keishami D-bloat powder. You know, I actually looked into the ingredient. I saw that it had like some lactase enzymes in it, which are actually pretty good. This is what he actually did put in some decent ingredients in it. I'm not gonna lie, I'll give that to him. But then again, I don't think it really works that well. I think if you were to go run a mile or go do like a couple of sets of lifting to failure, you would get the D-bloat powder's effect just from that little cortisol spike. So yeah, I don't really think it's worth it. I think it's a bit cope. I think it's honestly behind bone smashing. I think bone smashing is better. Even if bone smashing didn't work, the swelling it gives you for 4 days is better. So yeah. You know what? I forgot this one actually. No, shoulder pads go into the bottom of C tier, by the way. Shoulder pads. Because that's actually tough. Like, that's actually a good fraud, but it's just stupid. Shoulder pads go into the end of C tier. But it works, because this doesn't work. This doesn't work. This doesn't work. This doesn't work. At least shoulder pads work, you know? So the end of C tier. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Start of B tier. Okay. Honestly, you know what I'm going to do? Ear tape, bro. a lot of people suffer from outward flared ears. And, you know, the most common surgery for this is an otoplasty. It's super common, it's super effective, probably 100% success rate, honestly, at this point. Maybe 99.8, I don't even know. But yeah, people who are coping, or people who aren't old enough to get surgery, people who can afford it, whatever it is, and they have flared out ears, they use this tape that can basically tape your ear back to give it like the more aesthetic appearance, of course, which is the opposite of flared ears. And yeah, it actually works really well. So I would say that it's a pretty good softmax. That's why it's in the middle. But yeah, it's not amazing because it's not permanent, and it definitely is uncomfortable to an extent. Next things I'm going to say is probably mewing and chewing. And you're probably wondering, why is mewing and chewing ahead of stuff like ear tape or lifts or contacts? And this is because chewing and mewing or proper mouth posture and chewing are two things that are very, very important for facial aesthetics. But this is only applicable if you're in development. That's also true for mouth tape and bone smashing. If you're in development, bones can only grow or be changed in any way, at least. And for mewing, proper mouth posture has been proven to, over time, improve people's face, especially in development, improve airways and stuff like that, because that's how you're supposed to be breathing. And people who chew more, people who chew harder, have better facial structures. It's been proven through models. Models chew a lot more thoroughly with their food. So yeah, chewing more as a habit will be better, chewing more thoroughly. And it probably mogs pretty much everything I've put on this list so far, like habitually and just in general. So yeah, right ahead of those is probably posture. And I know that posture is probably a lot more effective than some of the other things that are going to come ahead. But it's a very long-term process as well. So that's why it's in the middle right now. So next is going to be shaving or getting a haircut. Shaving or getting a haircut. And I put this up here, even though you're having good posture and mewing and chewing properly, will have a better long-term effect that's more permanent and hardened than facial hair or shaving. Shaving your facial hair is an instant dramatic effect that can ascend you or descend you. So yeah, I put it at A tier. Next, it's gonna be tinted SPF. Dude, if you've ever had some tinted SPF on, bro, you know how it is. You know how the tinted SPF gets you feeling. You know this shit mogs. It's the most instant, best softmax ever. Right after eyelash and eyebrow serums and eyelash and eyebrow dyes, bro. Eyelash and eyebrow dyes and serums are the best thing on the planet, bro. Like, as soon as you dye your brows, unless you're already like giga thick brows and lashes, or do them or whatever, it just looks absolutely crazy. It's a day and night difference. And when you use the serum over time, it just works so well. It's amazing. I don't use the serums personally because I already have long eyelashes and brows, but I use the dyes to like re-thicken it, and bro, it's so good. Next, I'm probably gonna say is neck training. Neck training is really, really important, and nobody realizes this. And I know that most people have a good neck, so it's not a crazy softmax for everybody, but having a thicker neck is so fucking important. People don't get it. It's so important for dimorphism and for moving that crackhead look a lot of people have, like that look. So yeah, next I would say is gonna be skincare. Skincare, it's head of A tier for sure. But then again, like, skincare is not that important. Like, if your bone structure is good, if your physique is good, if you're in good position, skincare doesn't matter at all. Like, or it does, but not to the extent that you don't have pimples and craters all over your face, if that makes sense. So yeah, skincare is head of A tier. It's self-explanatory. Bottom of S tier is going to be going to the gym. Now, I know a lot of people think going to the gym is cope. However, getting a good physique, getting like an ideal physique is very, very like, it's a very big ascension for pretty much anybody on the planet. Even if you're already a Chad, getting a good physique is a crazy, crazy ascension. It ascends you more than pretty much anything here if you have a crazy physique, of course. Like alone. Obviously, all these things combined that do work are better than a good physique, but out of all these things alone, a good physique is gonna mog all of them. Next thing that kind of goes with getting a good physique is getting lean. Now, getting lean is probably one of the most important things ever. If every single human being on this planet was lean right now, the competition would be absolutely crazy when it comes to attractiveness. Because body fat is the only thing holding like 90% of you sub-5s back. I hope you know that. That's the case for literally almost every single person. Anyways, next one, kind of also related to this stuff, is exogenous hormones. Not specifically testosterone, the one I've put here, but exogenous hormones like growth hormones, peptides, whatever. These are extremely effective, and primarily in development, of course, just like everything else on this list. Exogenous hormones are the best way to just directly grow bones and directly grow muscle mass and possibly influence your height growth while you're in development. It's no doubt. It just directly does it. Yeah, that is S tier. Right next to diet. Diet is the biggest softmax that exists out of everything. If you're eating red meat, organs, fruit, maybe raw dairy too, no processed foods, that will make you mog harder than anything else on this entire list by far. Over time, of course. If you're gonna be doing that diet, make sure you don't overcook your meat. Make sure you can eat it raw too, actually, especially with your organs and such. So yeah, that is probably the most important one. Diet is the most important softmax. Let me know if you guys disagree with anything. Let me know what you think. Any new video recommendations in the comments below. Thank you.
Candy floor sky, summer night, cruising in the rain. I've been staring like, what tonight it feels